Right, YouTube video number 1. Welcome guys, my name is Demetrios and you are watching Chestnut Street Media. This channel is purely devoted to sharing lessons learned along our journey in building a social media management business. My name is Demetrios. I accidentally stumbled into social media management through helping a family member develop their social media platforms for their restaurant business, and 1 year on I am absolutely loving it and I want to learn more and more about it. And to that extent, I actually started a business where I hopefully will be helping other businesses recognize the potential of their business and their brands and help them to apply social media management and social media strategies to bring about more business for themselves. So today I want to share with you guys 10 tips or 10 steps that I took when starting this business. So a bit about myself quickly. I'm a systems engineer, a qualified systems engineer. So I love a process, I love a systematic approach to solving problems. I classify myself as a problem solver. I love getting into the nitty gritty of things and working out the best way to solve problems and situations. So this comes quite naturally to me, and I thought I'd combine the passion that I have for creating and developing social media platforms and that kind of systems mindset to create a business, really, to help others recognize their potential as well. So I'm going to give you 10 steps now that I took when starting this business. So step number 1, and I'll list these down here so you can write those down and note those down as well. So the first step I took was doing some background research and really thinking about what social media management entails. And I think there's a lot of hype going on at the minute. People think it's an easy job where you can make a lot of money for minimal effort. And from the 1 year that I've been doing it, that is certainly not the case, and that hasn't even been taken into account the business side of it. So I'd recommend that you do your research, look at what it really entails, and then take it from there if this is an industry for you, or if this is the path that you wish to take when developing your own business. But these 10 steps will hopefully be applicable to a whole range of different ventures, and I just want to share with you the 10 steps that I took when starting off last week. So first one, do some background, look at things like the skills required, whether you possess the skills that are required to become a social media manager, or if you really should think about doing something else. So what is the business plan? And this is the first step that I took. What business structure do I need to put in place to allow myself to provide this service to other businesses? And I looked at a number of options, whether it was sole trader, limited company by shares, or limited partnerships. And there's a number of options that you can look at. If you go to Companies House, then you can look at the criteria to which best suits your business venture. For me, it was a limited company by shares, so I went ahead and registered the company Chestnut Street Media as a limited company. Once I did that, and I was sure that the company name was available, I then began to think about the name and the brand. So Chestnut Street Media, something that's personal to me. It's a street which I effectively grew up on, and it holds a lot of emotional connection there, which I'll talk a bit more about in another video. But I wanted to call it that simply because it means something to me, and I thought it rolls off the tongue. CSM for short, I think that was perfect. So I went ahead with that, and I began to think about what the brand would stand for. And yes, it's about helping services. It's about helping businesses develop their social media presence and increase their engagement to hopefully drive throughput and business for themselves. But it's also about the background to myself and the business in evolving, and how you go about working hard to grow that business as well. So that's what it stands for at the moment. I mean, I'm still kind of trying to figure it out, but that's the basis that I'm working from. So once you've searched your name, you've got that name sorted, you registered your business, then I'd advise for a social media management company to look at the social media platforms to begin to build your online presence for that business itself. So I went on to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Snapchat, and I've registered the names for my social media accounts on there just to get the ball rolling with creating content, etc. So I'll line up my social media accounts here if you want to give me a follow. But again, that's going to be evolving over time, and as I work out which social media platforms work best for me on this channel, then I might just focus on 2 or 3 or maybe 4 different platforms for myself to build this channel itself. So that was the next stage. That's step 4. So step 1, business plan. Step 2, company name and brand. Step 3, register business, although they might have been the other way around. Step 4, set up social media accounts. And then once you've done that, you need to begin to think about the business side of things. How are you going to make money from this? How are you going to get clients on board for you to work with them? And I spent the last week or so basically DMing people, getting into their inboxes, saying, look, this is what I can do, this is what I can offer for you. And you've got to really be honest with yourself and think, what can I actually deliver? And yes, I have experience in developing social media platforms for a restaurant company, so I've began to just focus on restaurant companies to start with, because that's where my expertise personally where it lies. So I've been DMing local restaurants, local food establishments, and saying, look guys, this is what I can offer you, would you be willing to meet up and have a chat? So I've got 2 potential clients lined up. I've got a meeting with one tomorrow, and then I've got another meeting with one next week. So that's exciting. I've been getting ready for that. So when you've probably seen this video, I'd have had that meeting, and hopefully you can follow whether or not I got that client signed up through my social media accounts. I want to be completely transparent, and I want to share with you every step of the way so you can see what I get up to and see how things progress. So approach businesses. That's the key. There's no business if there's no income, there's no cash flow. So the first thing is get some people signed up, get the ball rolling. If you want to learn about the pricing strategies and what you should charge clients, then there's a whole lot of videos on there on the YouTube that you can look at to get some idea. I'll begin to establish what those prices should be a bit later on once I've had some of these meetings, but I've got some idea at the moment, but I'm not 100% sure of how I should strategically approach those different packages, or if I should even have packages, or if I should tailor make them to individual clients. Something I'll work out a bit later on. Right, step 5, approach businesses. Step 6, create content. This is what I'm doing now. I've got my YouTube channel up and running, and I just want to keep pushing out content, useful content that's going to help people in their own journeys, and just to, whether or not to provide inspiration, just to show that it can be done, and just to give you some tips and tricks along the way which could help you along your own journey as well. So hopefully you can take some stuff away from the content that I put out. I want to make it a bit entertaining as well. I don't want it just to be purely educational. I want you to get some value in terms of entertainment and education, but I'll just need to see where my personality fits best across the different platforms and which platform will work best for myself personally. So that's the next step, just to keep creating content, useful content that I can keep pushing out for you guys to enjoy. Right, step 7. Let's go with follow up with interested clients. And that's something that I've been doing. I've been DMing, like I've said, and then I've gone on to following up and, you know, building a quick relationship with them, just to show them the kind of things that I can offer. And once you attend these meetings, which I've got tomorrow, you can begin to build a relationship with the clients. And although you may not sign a client straight away, I think that if you keep building that relationship, it could come down the line when they do want a social media management, and they'll have some kind of relationship with you already, so you might be the person that they go to for that service. So it's always good just to network and to follow up on client leads, because you never know where it's going to end up down the line. Right, step 8, network online. So again, back on the phone, always on this, just messaging people, getting engaged within the communities, following hashtags, following profiles on Twitter and Instagram, different people that are doing similar kind of things, because there's so much to learn from other people, and this is a journey, and I'm going to be learning along the way, because social media and social media management is constantly changing. I mean, you always hear about, the algorithm's changed. Oh, now you always hear, sorry, the camera cut out because it's reached its limit. You always hear, the algorithm's changed, or these hashtags have been banned now, so you can't use those, or it's better to post Instagram stories rather than actual posts on your feed. So you need to constantly be learning and evolving, to grasp where everything's at currently. So I believe networking online, or whether it's in person, is key, just to keep those relationships going, but also keep your head in the game as well, just so you know how things are evolving and where you need to be positioning yourself to succeed as well. And again, community is the key. Sharing information, providing value for different kind of community groups is the whole aim of the game, really. So that's critically important. Right, step 9, keep learning. I've just touched upon this. I'm reading books, I'm listening to podcasts. I'll give you some insights as to the podcast that I'm listening to on my Instagram page and so on, and Twitter. But just keep listening, whether it's reading books or listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos. It's important just to keep taking information, keep applying that information, not just listening, but actually apply it to what you're doing. So I've got a good foundation now, and I'm just going to keep building on that foundation and keep learning as time goes on. And I want to share with you guys exactly what I learned along the way, so you can benefit from that as well. And then step 10, the final step, get results. And this is probably the most important step, and it's probably something that should have been point 1. If you're not getting results and you're not not doing what your customer or your client wants you to do, then you're probably no good at social media management or whatever field that you've got yourself into. So results are going to speak volumes, and if you're not getting results, then you're probably not going to do too well within the market that you're working within. So next step for me is to land some clients, to build relationships, to get some results for clients, and just to build on the things that I've been talking about lately, and just provide value really for you guys on YouTube, or if it's Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and just to provide value for my potential clients that I'll be landing in the near future. Fingers crossed. So again, guys, those are my top 10 tips, my top 10 steps in starting up my online social media management company. If you want to follow me more, get on me at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or even Snapchat. The links will be in the description below. I'm not selling you guys anything. I just want to share my experience with you, share my journey, and I hope you get on board and just watch and hopefully get something from it as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Demetrios here. I hope it's been useful, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later.